lots of books fans, and welcome to the first part of our McFarlane Toys DC Superpowers Batman Special. Yes, the Batman Special. If there's anything I could say about Todd McFarlane, it's that no matter what kind of line he does when it comes to toys, he's gonna have Batman in it, and he's gonna have a lot of Batman in it, and Superpowers here is no exception. As you can see, there are at least 5 Batman here in this collection, and there are more on the way. It's so crazy. This is the thing that kind of makes people hate him or love him, because I love Batman, and I like a lot of Batmans, and I like different Batmen. And we are going to have 6 parts to this awesome Batman special. And I know what you're asking, why don't you just do them all at once and get it over with? Well, there is an answer to that. The answer is because I'm not allowed to buy any more toys till the end of the year, because Queen Bravo needs to find Christmas gifts for me, and I'm very hard to shop for because I usually just get what I want. So now I'm kind of banned from the stores, and since I'm banned from the stores and don't have anywhere to go, I'm going to do videos, so you guys get a lot of extra content this week, which could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. So, let's jump in, starting with the DC Superpowers Hush Batman from the first wave of Superpowers. Now, a lot of you may remember that when we started this line, I didn't particularly like this version of the Batman, and I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But when you find it on clearance for just $4, well, that's kind of a different story. Even if you don't like it, that's too good a price to pass up. But seeing as how I'm doing a Batman special, and he was the first Batman released in the Superpowers, I thought it was the best time to show this guy off. So, taking a look at the packaging, you have your standard Superpowers packaging. You have DC, Superpowers, Batman, a nice newer version of the Batman logo. You have new for 2022, which was obviously last year. You have the nice Jim Lee artwork right there for Batman Hush, and you have the Batman there. You have McFarlane Toys. Coming around to the back of the card, you have Superpowers, you have Batman, you have DC Direct, McFarlane Toys, collect them all. And this was obviously the first wave, because all you had in this particular wave, as we scroll in, was Superman, Darkseid, and the Batman. And coming down to some awesome vehicles, they released the Batwing and the Supermobile, which always confused me because Superman doesn't really need a Supermobile. And then you have some credits for the box and a brief read of the Batman, and I will zoom there, and you can pause the video till your heart's content, but we must be moving onward and outward. And that is basically the packaging for the Hush Batman. And you can tell it's the Hush Batman because if you look down here at the barcode, and I'll zoom back in there, you can see that the description reads DC Superpowers Wave 1 Hush Batman. So that's always really neat. If you really want to know where your figures came from, check out the barcode. All right. And that is going to be the packaging. So let's get this Batman out of the packaging and see what he can do. And if you have this at home and you've never opened it, just be careful, because like the Superman, when you take him out of the package, the cape is going to be pinned into the box with this little tie thing. So be careful of that when you get him out. But anyway, let's get him out. And here we have Hush Batman out of the packaging. Out of the packaging, he stands just under 5 inches tall, and he's a pretty good Batman. I do like the colors, and the mold, I think, could be done a little better. Starting with the head, you can see it's a nice dark blue. The ears kind of protrude to the outside. I don't really like that. I mean, I guess it's okay, but for my Batman, I kind of like him standing closer upward instead of like outward. He kind of looks more cattish, I think, with the ears out to the side like that. But hey, it's what they gave us. So you got some nice white eyes, flesh tone face, and we'll take the cape off for just a bit so we can see the full figure himself. He has a blue collar, nice gray chest, black bat symbol, blue gauntlets with the spikes coming off the bottom, nice yellow utility belt that goes all the way around, has some nice pouches molded in there, blue shorts, gray legs, and some blue boots. Very simple design for the Batman, and he is basically how he looked in the Hush series. And then coming to his cape, it is nice material kind of like a ribbon type material, but as you can see here, there is a hole in it, and that's from the little peg that they had clamping onto the packaging, which you really didn't need that, and it damaged the cape, but that's again what they gave us. It was complained about all through the years, and people even made new capes to sell on eBay. So if you want a new cape, you can check eBay and get one for like 10 bucks or something. I do like that the cape has the points at the end. That is really nice, and it doesn't just go straight down. And as you can see, it just clips onto the back of his neck like all superpowers capes did, and that's pretty clever. The cape itself can kind of come up over his shoulders if you'd like, or you could fold it under like this. So there's a little bit of stuff you could do with the cape to make it, you know, neat and cool. And that is pretty much it for what he looks like. When it comes to articulation, he has about 7 points. Starting with his head, the head can go around 360 degrees. Both arms can go around 360 degrees. There is no elbow bend or wrist articulation. There is no waist articulation. He does have a leg rotation, goes up and then back a little bit. There is no thigh cut. He does have a knee bend, which is really neat, so that is cool. And that's pretty much it. So head, arms, legs, and knees. It's not too bad for a little $5 figure these days. All right, moving on. And moving on to comparisons, because he didn't come with any accessories. Here he is with the Hush Nightwing, and these two look great together. I think Nightwing may be a little tall, but at this point he is older, so yeah, I think the scale does work really good. Okay, get him out. Next we'll bring in Superman! So you have the world's finest, which is okay, I guess. This is more of the classic Superman, and this is the more modern Batman from Hush. So if you try to go by regular superpowers, they're going to be a little different, and it doesn't exactly work, but Superman's costume really hasn't changed much over the years, and I think it is still a good, you know, pairing of these two. And you can see here is Superman's hole in his cape, because he was part of the original first wave, and they both have those annoying little holes in the back of their cape. So, God, I hated that. I really did. All right. And bringing out Wonder Woman, you have the DC Trinity, and this is kind of a combination between three genres. You have your classic superpowers, you have your modern superpowers, and then you have your movie superpowers, because this is a lot like the Gal Gadot from the movie, which I think is really cool and neat. So yeah, that's going to be your comparisons. Moving on. And this is going to be the DC Superpowers Hush Batman. The first Batman Todd McFarlane gave us in his relaunched Superpowers line. And I think it was an okay Batman. It wasn't the Batman that I was looking for, to be honest, because when I heard the Superpowers line was being relaunched, I wanted the classic versions like the Superman. Even though the Superman wasn't exactly the same, it was close enough. But this Batman was more of a modernized Batman, and that's okay. A lot of people liked it. So if you are looking for this Batman, good luck finding him. He did come out last year, so he may be scarce to find on the shelves. You might be able to find him online for $15 to $20, hopefully. And that's going to wrap it up for part one of our Batman special. These videos are going to be fairly short, but there's going to be a lot of them. Maybe at the end I'll put them all together. But for now, that's it. So tune in tomorrow for another awesome Batman figure from McFarlane Toys. Same bat channel, not the same bat time, because you could watch these anytime you want, which is a plus. So, guys, have a great night, and until next time, keep playing.